Everybody, welcome. Sorry, running super late tonight. I ended up staying up really late trying to deal with this school drama. I mentioned something like this before, but it's a person who was on a third-party website writing all this crazy stuff about me. Well, now she has reported to the university. I think I'm being called into the Office of Equity and Diversity. Presumably, she's false reporting sexual harassment, that I sexually harassed her or something like that. So I've got to go answer those people Tuesday. So I've been trying to figure out, like, what my strategy is going to be for that. They sent me a letter that was like, you know, we had an anonymous tip. You know, something that we want to talk to you about on Tuesday. So we'll see what that is. But I was like super stressed about that. And I sent them back an email trying to explain what I think the situation is. It's just nutty because like this girl ended up getting an A in my class, and I told her she probably would. Like, she's not the smartest, you know, person out there, but she's smart enough. Like, she's pretty good. She was working hard in the class. I mean, there's a chance that it's not her, that it's somebody else, but she's like the only one I can even remotely think of that would have motivation. Pick him, Draven. Okay, so he wants Draven, so we'll ban Yi. So sorry, I'm not gonna rehash the whole thing all stream. That was just why I was running late, was I ended up staying up until like 10 a.m. drafting emails and like trying to think about what I was gonna do. And then I think I just forgot to set an alarm, and I don't know, I just ended up sleeping way too much, but I was kind of overdue on sleep too. I went for a couple of days without much sleep. Alright. We got Draven here. Damn it, I want to do Alawi, because Alawi is so much fun with Draven, but don't think I can do that with Katarina. Lux is also not fantastic into Katarina.
Your bidding, master.
Well, I wanted some poke with the Draven, and I wanted some point-click CC against Katarina. Like, Nautilus was banned. Suppose I could have done something like Lulu. Would have probably been alright too. But yeah, Zach, I don't even hold meetings in public places. I hold them on in a floor on the library in a super public space. So I don't even like, I've never met with a student in a private office. I take like ultra precautions against these kinds of things. Hey, what's up, Leah? Caitlyn also doesn't get any lifesteal early on. Now she'll, if she's smart, she didn't take heal either. But if she's smart, she'll take Dora and shield, but still. Yeah, I like to meet them in the library because when they're working on research papers, then I can go help them as well. So if they're like, hey, I can't find any books for my topic, I say, yeah, sure, let's go find some. And so I'll just go with them and flip through the stacks.
Indeed.
Minions have spawned.
I should have warded this faster so that I get the Poro faster, but...
To our end.
Alright, good job, Zach.
Are you afraid?
I mean, I could have done something like... Usually I would like Zyro with Draven, but I wanted something that could shut down the Katarina. Katarina, like, you really need point-click CC. This also helps with the push, so we don't get pushed in by Caitlyn. What? I don't know. You don't want to hit level 2? She didn't actually take Doran's shield, so... Oh, he's scared of the Twitch level 2. That makes sense, I guess. They don't really have any CC here, though. Are we down in CS?
An ally has been slain.
I don't think Draven's auto-attacked him a single time. This guy's playing like he's Ezreal. Like, Yumi's out of mana. They're both at half health. I haven't seen any of the Yuumi one-shot videos now. Hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Oh, now you want to fight, huh?
An enemy has been slain.
We're actually losing in CS. We'll hold on to enough mana for fear here. Who was it that used to ask? Oh, we haven't seen Juan around in a while. Juan was always asking for Fiddlesticks support. Maybe I didn't need to flash for it, but I didn't want him to wake up out of that and then flash away, miss the opportunity, so I just went ahead and made sure it was guaranteed there. Because he was very close to that wall. In theory, he could just flash that wall. Where did he go? Oh, he tried to run middle. Did they get a kill? Okay, he did get a kill off of that, I think, so. Hey, what's up? It's going well, Hook. Just running a little late. Had some drama in the morning. But other than that, it's all good. Like, get over here and get the CS. You know, Ulti Hunter may not be that terrible with Fiddlesticks. So he's not able to get as much CS as I would like.
Killing spree.
Oh, I forgot Yuumi pops off there. Yeah, there we go. Forgot it's like a pinata. It's a free double kill whenever you kill the target Yumi's on.
Killing spree.
Hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, they take teleport because Yuumi can also attach during the teleport. That makes sense, I guess. I don't think this... Maybe it works on him twice? Yeah, and they have the Twitch jungle set up with the Yuumi, so guess that's an interesting pick. We don't know where mid is. Okay, there she is. Zed got cut her off. Wait, that's top. Thought that was mid. Yeah, Yuumi becomes invisible also. Shroyas is alright on Fiddle, yeah. Kind of debating if I want to get Hourglass or not. Yeah, I guess I could get Shroyas. Yeah, we're running Ghost Poro. We had to take a bunch of CS because we've been in lane a lot by ourselves because Draven's either been dead or running around doing random things. So that slowed down our ward generation. Is Twitch around here? Why would she be standing there like that? Alright. No! Okay, well, it still goes off. Yeah, I'm not going through that river.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I feel your fear.
I mean, I think G2's probably gonna win, but I don't know.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Indeed.
Shut down.
Well, if somebody else is around, Yuumi can hop onto somebody else. I mean, I don't think the design of Yuumi is necessarily bad. I just don't think her numbers are strong enough yet. But she has been buffed a lot. So maybe. No. I don't. die. Yeah, okay, I guess that's fine. Okay, I didn't see the Darius for some reason. Alright, I'll be back in 1 second. Yeah, what's up, Dedicated? think Yumi's the engaged champ. It's a different reason every day, Kimley. I think I was pretty close to on time yesterday.
Draven
Actually,
out.
I really hope they don't pick Master Yi. He's like, I can play all of them, guys. What's he against top? Probably Aatrox. Actually, probably Hecarim. Oh. Oh, whatever. I'll dodge it. That's fine. A lot of people on champs, they don't know. And the Leona banned the Morgana. So we'll just wait a few minutes. Nobody was on their best champ. So it's probably best that I dodge anyways. I mean, what they need to buff on her is her cooldown on her E. Or just take it off of a charge system. Like, charge system makes it inherently difficult to balance because she can do, like, burst healing with it. But she can't do sustained healing. I mean, maybe that's, you know, by design. I would say increase her auto attack range too, like to at least 525, so that she can more reliably trigger her bop and block. So 500 auto attack range when your champion is based around like trying to trade auto attacks in the lane is pretty rough, unless you're against like a melee support. Q's probably fine. I think W should do something else beneficial other than... Like, the problem is you want all three of these things leveled. Like, there's not something where it's like you can put 1 point in it and feel really good about it, you know? I mean, for 130 and weight and bad. I don't know. I was probably fine. Just depends on what you're trying to do. I don't think that's necessarily unhealthy. I mean, my wife was close to those specs at various points, so. I mean, some people do. I mean, I don't know. It just depends on the look that you're going for. I think it's fine. I was close to that number in high school. But I ran cross country. I mean, yeah, I think the W needs to probably do something else, like the cooldowns based on level, or I don't know, something. I mean, I guess it's fine, but maybe lower the base amount so you could just put 1 point in this. Because right now, if you max this, then your Q is not going to do anything and your heal is going to be really low. Oh, I see. Is that based on... Hold on. Why does it go to 300%? Heals herself with the base amount increased by this. Oh, okay. The scaling, the 0.4. Okay, so the scaling is increased and the base amount's increased. But still, like, this is what I was talking about the other day. Like, it felt like someone was getting healed up to full off of this. They must have been using both charges. If you have 2 charges, you can get a 200 heal with a 0.4 ratio, basically. Okay, so we just have 1 minute left here. Hey, what's up, Cubsty? I appreciate it. Yeah, so he goes Q first and then W second. I mean, some people just like to go for the thinner look. I mean, there are some, like, athletes, especially if you do fighting or something like that, you need to meet a certain weight class, or wrestling, where that could work. I don't know, some dudes just like to be really thin. Maybe there's some girl that likes super thin dudes. Maybe there's some dude that likes super thin dudes, you know. All right. This guy, the link that you showed me, Duck, he doesn't, it doesn't let him maxes W second at all. He doesn't get any points in W. This is what I was recommending for Yuumi, which was you just keep your initial point in W, and then you max Q and E, although he's alternating between Q and E. This is exactly what I recommended. These 4 are exactly what I recommended. This is different. He goes for Biscuits and Cosmic, whereas I like Ghost Poro and Relentless Hunter. Yeah, he doesn't get any boots. He does get Athene's, which is another thing that I recommended. Like Athene's Redemption or Athene's Ardent. Yeah, it pretty much looks like he never goes W max. The thing about, like, this W doesn't give you that much. Like I was saying, like, it does give you the ability to hand off your AP and your AD, which is cool. So I could see maybe W max second, maybe, but I think you definitely need your Q so that you have some kind of poke in lane. You definitely need 3 points in lane. And then I think your E is something else that you need to max, or it's just not going to do anything. And your E gives you big cooldown reduction on the recharge time, and it gives you a lot more health, although it's super expensive. It's like 100 mana each. What other support should I play? Nami, maybe Sona. I don't know. Sona's kind of close to Nami. But yeah, I mean, this is similar. Maybe I could try her out. If I get the right circumstances, maybe I can try her out. Her W's not based on missing out. Her E is. Well, Relentless Hunter is... I think Relentless Hunter is probably necessary because that allows you to not get boots and still, like, go ward. I mean, I guess if you have, like, an 80 carry that will go with you to go ward, you don't need that, but... Okay, that's no problem, Duck. I mean, everyone's trying to figure out the stuff. The GLP is interesting, even if you don't go for the kind of goofy rune. I mean, this dude's some kind of smurf, too. You know, he's really good on just about everything, also. Oh. Yeah, oh, this one? Oh, he was a... What did he do differently to boost the Eve? And this one? Oh, this one he's trying to help out Eve. Is he... Oh, he's duoed with Sunset. These 3 games are with Sunset, right? So he's duoing. Not only is he a smurf, but he's duoing with one of the best junglers in NA. I mean, that's going to skew the results a little bit. Or maybe Sunset is just a really famous Eve player. I don't know. I guess with a 50% win rate in Diamond 2, he's not one of the best in NA, but... Okay, well, I mean, anyone that's duoing, you know, it's going to be a different kind of deal than someone who's playing a solo queue.
Greatest enemy.
Hey, what's up, Justin? What's up, Mitch? I wouldn't get boots on Yuumi, Babu. I think that's becoming pretty standardized that if you do get boots, it's just like brown boots. But I think that paying the huge price for the full tier boots, almost everybody's out on that. Like, nobody does that. So like one of the bonuses of Yuumi is people don't take flash, and they don't take boots. So it gives you an extra offensive summoner, and it gives you some extra damage, or extra money that you don't have to spend on boots. Yeah, there's a lot of there's I mean, I think you'd have to say, right, one of the best is who is that dude that's got like 3 accounts in the top 5? Fire or whatever. I mean, he's got, last time I looked, he had 3 accounts in the top 5. I mean, that's consistent. Yeah. Fire, Shern. So the fact that you have 3 in the top 5 is pretty crazy. Consistency means you can get there anytime you want. Oof. Might do fiddle again here.
Your bidding, master.
I don't know, Babu. I just explained it. I mean, there might be some people that are getting tier 2 boots on Yuumi, but... Why isn't Tarek played often? His itemization and his runing is just pretty bad most of the time. Like, he really wants to get mana. He really wants HP. He really wants plus healing and shielding. He wants armor. He just needs too many different... Like, all of his abilities scale off of different stats, so he doesn't have, like, a good core build. You know, he's a melee champion that has very limited engage. He requires coordination with his team to use his ult and his E correctly. He's a huge mana hog, so you have to get like some big mana items on him. Yeah, but it's a very expensive item. Like, he can't comfortably get a lot of the powerhouse support items either. Like, he can't really use Zeke's that well. He doesn't use, like, he can get Ardent Sensor or Redemption, but he's going to be really squishy if he does that.
The end is near.
No. Minions have spawned.
I've played Fiddle in the past. Very similar matchup to last time.
Indeed.
Jinx did take Fleet. This one might take Doran's Shield, but I just wanted some point-click CC for the Jax and the Kha'Zix. We don't really have any engage, so I wanted some engage too. So do you have winning at MSI? G2. I mean, when I initially came in, I thought it was going to be IG, but okay, she actually didn't take Doran's shield, so she does have wait, why did he stop randomly? Didn't he stop or did he get stunned? I guess he got stunned off the 4th shot or something, I don't know.
The end is near.
An enemy has been slain.
I'm not that far behind in CS, we're a little far behind. This is another Draven that just like does not auto attack. I don't know, maybe these people like don't know what to do with Fiddlesticks. Like I can fear her. We can fight him. But, I mean, he is so far behind right now, he can't really do much. But area does reveal location, but it's Comet's not guaranteed. I mean, you could take Comet, but you're gonna miss a decent chunk of them.
Why, thank you.
An ally has been slain.
Here we go. I'll take that.
What's up, full angle?
To I
Jesus. Alright. Drop some axes. Nice. Well, I don't think anything on Volibear is busted. This guy's playing pretty well with him, though. That fear, like, he was putting out some pretty good damage, though, with his lightning claws and that fear. He is really fed, though, but... I can fear her under tower. Got her flash. Run, dude. I don't know why he turned around. All he had to do is keep running. Wow, he does take camps pretty quickly because that fear, especially Scuttles. I could clear those up, but
An enemy has been slain.
probably should have bought. Yeah, I need to sell his Fairy Charm and get some control wards, I think. Yeah. What's up, Grey Graves? I didn't buff Volley. I mean, Volley's got like a 50% win rate. This guy just got ahead with him, is doing pretty well. They don't have anything to kite him, really. Like, they're all just, a bunch of them are just like melee, you know, champs.
Turret plating will soon
Like, if he just gets to sit there and auto attack, he's pretty good. Might as well just clear this. They're not going to walk up, I don't think.
The end is near.
An enemy has been slain.
Hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it.
Yes, my master.
God, they've surrendered every game.
The end is
Blast cone move, that was sick.
A summoner is connected. Victory!
Kha'Zix must have been so pissed, dude. He was like chain CC for like 3 seconds. Oh gosh. I like anything with geese in the name. It's got to be about ducks, man. Geese are mean. like 85 or something. I don't remember exactly what the number was. Was it 92? Okay, I can't remember what. Either way, I think if we win this one, we're in. Although, I mean, to be fair, Rammus is pretty good against Yi, but they banned Draven, who is the other person I would have banned, so. Aye. Sadie, I will get you. Yeah. Why not ban Echo? I mean, Echo is, like, good Echoes are really frustrating and good right now, but there aren't a ton of those. I know that one night it was, like, Echo every game, but, like, Vlad is similar to Echo in terms of, like, frustrating level of power. Done Fiddle again. I mean, Fiddle's pretty good against Vlad also. I don't know, maybe I should have done Fiddle. Fiddle's good against Kayn as well, because you can get Hourglass really comfortably in his build. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the poke build. Is that Battle Academia supposed to be based on... Isn't there some anime called Hero Academia or something? I didn't think they did that many, like, explicit crossovers. I guess it's kind of like one of those wink-nudge sort of things. Okay. I guess they are willing to... I mean, a lot of those, you know, East Asian themed skins are very popular. Obviously, there's a huge East Asian audience that we don't even see, you know, in North America most of the time. I'm pretty sure there's way more people that play in China and Korea, so, at this point.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Based on Boko no Piku. Yeah, it seems like it.
Shine with me.
All the girls in the skin line.
Minions have spawned.
Well, I'm not gonna comment on that.
I want to see everything.
Everyone's throwing stuff at this dude. I mean, I know that's a fun narrative that people like to have. Oh, Riot releases OP stuff, so they sell it. So they sell more skins. But it's like, really, that's not, like, historically accurate. Okay, that is interesting. You can trigger Guardian while you're still attached. Okay, it did spot both of them, which is nice. Fuck, I might have flashed too late there. Okay, we got it. The old level 3 cheese. Okay, she just healed. I had to flash though. Oh my god, for real. That literally had 1 HP. Well, we got their jungle.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
They got him, right?
An enemy has
Okay.
been slain.
Make that idiot pay the price for sitting here 24/7. I forgot about him going into our jungle and then coming through our wall. Actually, you know what? I do want to spawn the Poros, but at the same time, I need better vision.
Positive.
God, we're behind 20 CS. I mean, I know we lost like 4 to the tower or something. But I should have picked something that could hard engage. Yeah, Sivert, you got to push the wave. Still gonna be here though.
We can do this.
Should maybe pick something like Nautilus here against Yuumi. It feels like poke champions aren't really that great against her. Because she just gets to sit there and poke also.
Enough darkness.
This has to be like the most passive Rammus I think I've ever seen. We're gonna get him though, right? I should just be able to back.
An enemy has been slain.
If you can smile, I can see the light.
Yuumi Ezreal might actually be alright, because Ezreal in theory should be super safe in lane. And they both, you kind of double down on the poke. Maybe that's one of the better picks. He can't, like, you know, he usually doesn't do that much during the laning phase either, so...
Home is where the strike
An enemy has been slain.
Alright, nice.
No more hope.
Dude.
Your team has destroyed a
Losing
turret.
is just an opportunity to shine even brighter.
Guess we get top tower. I mean, we're just pretty much abandoning bot. I should have just run further back. Vlad and Mundo are going to be pretty difficult to deal with later, though.
Into battle with hearts aglow.
Oh, I didn't think she was going to hit the last one, but we got it.
Shine with me.
That does help me catch up in levels. Shouldn't have thrown that last auto. I just wanted to do it quickly before Ezreal gets there. She reset her auto, though, and it threw me off.
I want to see everything.
Did he flash? I know she flashed. He may have just E'd.
Superior tactic.
Well, binded him, but didn't matter. Exchange was there.
The thing about light is,
You got flash? Okay, yeah, we got flash. Alright, there we go. Finally. Oh, he's going red cane? Oh. Let me just finish this.
keep believing.
Has destroyed a turret.
I have dark secrets. I have bright ones.
Okay, well now she got her Essence Reaver though, so she should be able to use her mana a lot more now. Okay.
Your team has destroyed.
At least made him low, made him stop rotating. Are we gonna get one more charge off? Oh no. Okay, it's already done. We got a hell of a lot of vision. That's good. I mean, I think we can win. I've just died too much. I got caught out. Wasn't respecting the cane.
pushing my limits.
Marvelous death!
Okay, so this should open up Katarina to roam, so we can just play, yeah, just push him here. Actually, yeah, I think I'm close enough. I think I can sell a potion and get it. Sell both potions and get it.
We can do this.
Attack speed, Janna. Wait, did they change Janna on the PBE? No, I haven't seen it. Okay, I can look at it after this game. They do need it. Well, I mean, she's not in a terrible state. She's got a decent win rate, but yeah, I think some more work on her would be nice. Like, I still think, you know, what I've been saying is just take away the AD bonus on her E. Oh, God. Take away the AD bonus on her E and give her some kind of buff somewhere else with her shielding. Like, she really should be the supreme peeler. Like, that's how I think of Janna.
Lighting the way. If you can smile, you can be the light.
We're down 50 CS. It's literally just a farm off. She's just missing like every CS. She didn't spell shield the knockup.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Oops. No. How long is that? Didn't have any CDR, so. No. We have a hell of a lot of push, though. Wait, why is he in there? Like, we knew Dragon was coming up. Wait, why are we turning? This dumbass. Like, for real. Alright. Like, Sivir literally walked up into hand-to-hand combat with Baron. It's like, dude, Rammus has got it covered, man, with me healing him.
Double kill.
Alright.
Triple kill.
Rammus, baby. The Witten Rammus. I mean, it is magic resist. And they do have a lot of magic damage. And he's got Blood Razor. This is some next level Rammus stuff. I mean, he does get extra damage on his autos, but it's based on how much armor he has.
Into battle.
I don't know about the Blood Razor. The Wit's End maybe.
Destroyed a turret.
Shine with me.
Okay. It is pink. So maybe they'll think it's safe. I don't know. Oh god, people love like these waiting in bushes strats. I don't know. There was nothing else we could do on the map at that point anyways, I suppose. Dude, I love how you can ping objectives now too. I remember back in the day you couldn't ping dragon and everyone thought, oh, it's gonna be the end of the world. You can ping dragons now. People don't have to, you know, write it down on paper anymore. Taking away a lot of the skill of the game. It's like it's taken away like the accounting of the game. Like you still can just communicate information just much more efficiently. It's like people saying the internet, you know, well, I guess some people would think the internet's ruining everything. I guess in kind of a sense maybe it is, but people would say like, oh, they're taking away rotary phones. No one's gonna know how to communicate anymore. It's like, well, yeah, sort of, but let's be honest. Most people, even before the internet, could not communicate that well. Damn it, I thought I ignited. I don't think we would have gotten him anyways, but... Damn it, I got knocked up.
Ace. Your turret has been
I'm not gonna do
destroyed.
any. I need Void Staff.
Losing is just an opportunity to shine even brighter.
Or I could just accept that I'm not gonna do any damage. Maybe that's better. Just go for Ardent Sensor to help Sivir. Yeah, no, you couldn't ping timers on objectives. You couldn't ping Dragon or Baron. You couldn't even really, like, you couldn't ping flashes. Like, you had to type it in chat, like, F, you know, 1500 or Dragon 1500. And it didn't used to have that little hourglass over it either. It just randomly appeared. Or not random, but it appeared on the timer. But yeah, you would not have the little gray hourglass or the gold hourglass on the mini map to tell you when it was close to spawning. Yes, you either knew the timer or you didn't. And it just showed up.
I don't have dark secrets. I have bright ones.
Really? How did they know? Like, did they have all of this warded? So they had all of that warded, and they planned to have Mundo stand right there and bait so that Kayn could stand right there and get over that wall. I mean, I guess if they set all that up on purpose, that's really good. I think it was more likely just a, like, random fluke.
It never really dies.
Whereas, like, Mundo was just, like, chilling in the jungle, and then Kayn happened to be there. Yeah, people don't care anymore. It was just people at the time, naysayers at the time, who were always resistant to change. Were like, but I'm a really good bookkeeper. Now I'm going to be penalized because everybody else is going to have easier access to that information. It's like, yeah, but it makes games a lot less lopsided. Which is good. I mean, it's good. Like, people need to have good macro, but let's be honest, even with the timers, people mess up that stuff all the time anyways. How did he even hit me with Essence Flux from here? I gotta be more careful. I'm just dying way too much this game. That's the bottom line. I probably need to get Ninja Tabby, actually. That might save my life with the shield.
An enemy.
Now Vlad is so massive.
Double kill. Enemy killing spree.
I guess I should have sniped it from over here. Really, all three of them jumped the pit. Instantly. I don't know who that is.
To shine even brighter.
Of course, they all run out of it. I guess I should have aimed it further away from the Rammus. This Rammus just keeps, like, Ramboing in, like, 1v9. It's like, dude, you have a wit's end. Like, it's cute, but, like, you're a lot squishier. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I'm so far back. Like, that wit's end was cute when we were crushing everybody. He just keep fighting, like he's fighting 1v4 right now.
The thing about
Guess maybe I should have taken Aftershock, I don't know.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Yeah. She has. Earlier game, she's lost. Just like she's lost, you know, the 37% of the 100,000 game sample size. She's only won, whatever, 39% of the 100,000 game sample size that we looked at last night and today. Wait, Blade of the Ruined King? What? What?
if you can smile, you can be the light.
Yeah, but like... I mean, I know I've died way too many times this game, but if we had proper items... Like, that's why she's not doing any damage. She's like, oh, Blade of the Ruined King does max % health damage. It's like, yeah, crit does a lot more. Especially when you have that much crit. We just can't damage them because we don't have an 80 carry. Like, everyone else is magic damage except for Sivir, and Sivir, like, has no clue. Oh, it would have helped a ton. This game was actually pretty close at one point. We were winning. But, like, that item just really dumpstered us hard. Check the itemization. None of ally team has magic resist. They don't have all magic. They have Kayn. A lot of Ezreal's is physical damage. Even though he has a lot of AP, like his Q is still physical damage. His auto attacks are still physical damage. I mean, Rammus had Wit's End. He rushed it like very early. I had Athene's. You know, you can't get that much more. Yeah, the Blood Razor, like, that build on Rammus was working when we were super far ahead, but when we needed him to actually tank, it wasn't. But, I mean, a lot of it was we just kept trying to fight these, like, 1v4 fights. Like, Rammus would just go in. Cat looks 35 pretending to be in high school. Well, that's how a lot of high school actors are. I guess they're trying to be... Hey, what's up, Jonathan? I guess they're trying to be accurate with that. Sadie, I just fed you 35 minutes ago. Get... I see Ezreal's items. Like, it doesn't matter what his items are. Like, his abilities do a set amount of damage or they don't. Like, his Q still does physical damage. Like, yeah, he was doing decent magic damage, but, like, we have to have damage ourselves. They had so many tanks. I mean, our itemization was bad, but not because we were missing MR. Like, we weren't losing fights because Sivir didn't have Maw Malmortius. Like, we're losing fights because Sivir didn't have Infinity Edge. Cat really can't... Like, what's Cat supposed to build that's a magic resist item? I mean, I guess she could get Banshee's Veil. But, like, we needed damage also. Because we just could not kill the Mundo and the Kayn. Mundo was always going to be hard for our team to kill because we have an assassin and, like, Rumble falls off super hard late game. Yeah, I mean, I don't think a Banshee's Veil on Mundo or a Banshee's Veil on Rumble and a Banshee's Veil on Katarina would have turned that game around. You know, yeah, Rammus could have gotten, you know, Abyssal Mask or something instead of Wit's End, but I don't think that was the huge issue. Like, we just didn't have enough damage. We needed to quit like, the number one thing was we needed to quit taking bad fights, and I needed to let people die that were doing it. I tried to go in and save that Rammus so many times, and I ended up dying every time I did it. Well, we did not lose. Like, this Sivir in particular is not good, but it's not because of Sivir the champ. It's because of Blade of the Ruined King, third item Sivir, when you already have two other crit items. And you really, really need Infinity Edge because you're our only physical damage dealer, and all of them are stacking super heavy magic resist. I mean, no one was ever going to deal with this Mundo. I don't know who that is. Von Ricefield. I'm sure a lot of skins probably look kind of like real people. I mean, there's like 7 billion people on Earth or something. There's going to be somebody that looks like a skin. Probably. Huh. Aatrox, Ivern, Duo bot. Scaling works all the time.
Doubt is the greatest enemy.
Yeah, we've won games as Sivir. I mean, we can look it up in the record. I mean, she wins a lot, Jolty. She's like either the highest or the second highest win rate 80 carry.
Let's dance.
I mean, I don't know personally offhand. There. 2 days ago. Zyra Sivir. Or, Sivir Zyra. We lost to a Sivir right there. I mean, we lose 2 Sivirs a pretty decent amount as well when we play against them. I mean, that's 130,000 games of Sivir played with a 54% win rate. 130,000 is that sample size. I don't think those are hard statistical numbers, Jolty. If I'm losing with Sivir on my team consistently, then it's my fault because 130,000 games, like, that's not an accident. I don't think the site, why would they be clickbaiting me? They have no like, they're not like trying to sell Sivir skins. Like, they have no interest in the data. They just present the data. Like, they're not, you know, Riot doesn't have a new Sivir skin line coming out. I don't think.
I said, goddamn, I'm sexy.
Rand bottom. Alright, we'll probably just go coin here.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Gotta get myself hyped. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Woo!
30
All right.
seconds until minions spawn.
We're probably going to be getting pushed in, so I'm just going to put a ward right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to entertain myself. But you too!
Minions have spawned.
They just got spotted. Why would they keep going when they ran out?
They're scared of darkness. They're scared of magic. They are scared of where I'm from.
I should have just warded over this wall, though.
I'm gonna live forever.
An enemy has been slain.
I don't want a war. I want to be free.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Actually, I don't think she healed. I think she just flashed. Okay, nice. Nice, good job, Bensei. Especially with that kind of ping, that's great, buddy.
Man, have you seen that forest over there?
I already signed up. That's fine. Probably needed some mana regen here. I should have gotten mana crystal, probably, but I don't know. Maybe I should have gone double fairy. Like, maybe Athene's is not that bad here for the magic
I'm getting
resist.
impatient.
I should have gotten something with mana though. I really want that coin, but probably not gonna be able to get it.
I got freedom. I got a lady. I got a cause I died. That's who I am.
Did they lower the radius? I guess maybe they did it on the Poro. I don't know. Oops.
They want us in cages. We refuse.
Or maybe should have just gotten null magic and then I could turn it into boots later or something. I don't know.
It's a revolution. And it's good times.
I mean, just if you don't want to play ranked, don't do it. But you know, if you do, then do it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing normals.
Shut down.
I'll try to protect this.
I'm Messiah.
She ran out of range of the shield.
An enemy has been slain.
The humans will never understand our kind until they hear the song. Ha! I'm G to the D. Golden diamonds, boy! Woo!
Damn it, I shouldn't have attacked that. I think they saw him because of that.
An enemy has been slain. Turret plating will soon fall.
I need to get Mercury Treads, I think. Like for sure this game, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use that. Brandis does so much damage. Lux also does a lot of magic damage. Yo, what up, Sammy?
I can't wait to see what I'm gonna do.
For real? Fuck. My W was on cooldown. I should have waited. I should have waited until my W was on cooldown. Please? What did I get stunned by? He still... I knocked him up instantly. How did we not delete him?
You're only given a little
He doesn't
spark
have...
of madness.
Did he just stopwatch or something? He used stopwatch earlier, didn't he? I don't know. It's a sad day. I gotta quit dying. Everyone else is doing really well. I mean, I got all 3 of them, didn't I? I know I knocked the brand up. I mean, Jarvan was right there flanking. I don't know. I'd have to watch the replay. I guess I shouldn't have gone for the Caitlyn. I should have just knocked up the brand and then E'd back. I thought we were going to be able to win the fight. If I had stunned all of them.
Your team has destroyed his turret. An enemy has been slain.
I dance because I'm free.
Pretty sure they don't have that warded. I'm just gonna ward the river near the walls. Well, I told him. I'm gonna be late. Yeah. And there's gonna be people in this bush. Yeah. Might just have to give this. I don't know. We should have just given it. You know, I pinged the timer. Jarvan went top randomly. He didn't even get scuttle. Just trying to force stuff. Like, it was the correct play to set up for Dragon, to try to go for it, but it was incorrect to try to keep doing it even after he wasn't there.
They will see my dance. Then they will know magic's glory. Fury.
Shut down. Executed. An ally has been slain. An ally
Wait,
has
why are
been
we still
slain.
chasing? Nah, dude, take the game off. Don't try. Who cares? It's just rank. Well, we had a free dragon.
See me. They will see my dance.
Has been slain.
Magic. Humans talk about their dreams. We talk about their lives.
Just wanted to get that last little peek in there.
Has been slain. Has been slain.
Push this. I'm not gonna do much at Baron anyways.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Hey, what's up, Hudson? That was the second episode of Chaos. Yeah, I'm working on that campaign. It's a really hard one, so I'm trying to make sure that, you know, we're actually going to be able to survive early on. The economy is really tight.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I think I just go Redemption here. I could go Lock it also,
Never
but
seen moves like mine.
Redemption's probably a little bit better. Yeah, so I've probably done like 5 or 6 episodes on it so far. It's not up yet, no, because I want to wait and to release it to make sure it's going to be a decent campaign. Like, I don't want to die, you know, on the 8th episode or something, you know? I'll wait, you know, once I feel like it's starting to stabilize and I'm getting a little more comfortable and I've got some more wiggle room. Because, like, when you're dealing with chaos, if you ever lose, like, a fight, you basically lose the game. Because if your Lord dies, you lose all of the buildings with Horde. So it's like you not only just lost a fight with your major general, but you also got your capital raised, is what it's pretty much like if you ever lose a fight with your Lord. Especially your major, like, your primary Lord. Yeah, and, you know, Chaos is one of the hardest factions in the game in general, and then it's way harder on Steel Faith because you can't rush tier 4 stuff. Like, that was one thing in the base game. There were several factors that allowed you to gain an advantage early, and there were lots of cheese things that other YouTubers would do, like multi-sacking the same town over and over again early. Whoa, what? How did he kill her with just that charge? Well, she didn't back up. And that charge was coming out. But yeah, you could multi-sack the same town, and with the growth mechanic, you could get a bunch of growth early, and then tech up to tier 3, like, really fast. And then buy a bunch of, Forsaken, and sort of just go from there. But you can't do that. It takes a lot more growth, and the units are way more expensive, and you don't get a discount on the units. So it makes the early game a lot harder. Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah, you can win. You just have to win everything. All the time, and do it with less units. Will I do a mid-tier list? Yeah, maybe I'll do one tomorrow. We'll see. For some reason, this patch, the tier lists have not been that popular. Like, they just have not been getting as many views as usual. So I know a lot of people like them, but especially the non-support tier list. Ow. I pressed it wanting to go on him, but then I saw the other 3 people there. Like, the 80 carry tier list is pretty low. But yeah, it looks fun. I think once I get the new Chaos Fortress mechanic, that can help out a lot. But it's fun. I mean, there's like 4 fights every episode. It's like non-stop fights every episode. Stuns, CC. Alright, nice. Yeah, it's a fun campaign. I've really been enjoying it. Yeah, there is a ton of strategy. There's a lot of changes where you devote yourself to a specific god. There's a lot of choices out there. Have any tips to write better essays? Yeah, I got a ton. Biggest tips are, I think, Number one, be aware that you're always writing to somebody. This is the most important thing that I stress all of the time. And it sounds simple, but it's something that so many people overlook. You're writing to an actual person. And the more you can envision who this actual person is and what they care about, the better your writing's going to be. The better any kind of communication is going to be. So you need to be thinking, you know, on just kind of a very basic level, like, okay, what is my teacher looking for if you're writing this for a class? So just be thinking, okay, what are the things they really emphasized in class a lot? Are there certain, like, themes of the book or something that they really emphasized? Can I mention some of those things? What are some things they care about a lot? So if you know they have a certain political persuasion, whatever it is, if you're really interested in trying to persuade them, you need to try to somehow connect with that political persuasion and not write about something that they really don't like on the other end of the political spectrum. That's like really simple stuff to think about. But as you start advancing a little bit more, you know, you want to think about discourse communities. And what that is what's the conversation about this topic like? What do people usually say about this topic? How can I make sure that I'm informed and that I'm saying something meaningful? So for instance, and I don't want to get political on the channel, but if you were saying something about, let's say you're writing about gun control in the United States or whatever. I just say this because this is a common topic that a lot of people write about. You need to be thinking, okay, what do people commonly talk about sort of in this conversation? There's going to be something about First Amendment. There's going to be something about school violence. There's going to be something about, like, mental health has become pretty popular these days to talk about, like cyberbullying, counseling, all that kind of stuff is pretty popular. Specific, like, gun restriction legislation might be something, or the repeal of certain legislations. You know, all of these things. So that means that you don't have to agree with all of these things, but you need to be aware that that's what people would probably expect you to talk about. So you want to talk about things that are common in your field, or if they're, you know, if you're writing in a scientific field, make sure you understand, like, well, what are some really big advancements that have happened in this field in the last 5 years, and how can I try to, like, connect those with my idea? Or if you're talking about technology, you know, how can you connect with that kind of idea? Like, if you're in advertising, for example, social media is obviously really huge right now, and so if you're talking about a new product that you're trying to pitch to an investor, you need to have a plan for social media. Like, you need to, like, talk about what's your strategy going to be to market this on social media, right? Because if you come in and you're just talking about old school print ads and you're doing advertisement and you haven't even thought about social media when you're making this pitch, that's going to look really bad, because that's such a popular thing, you know, in the discourse community right now. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just be aware of who you're talking to on a basic level, like who's the actual person you're submitting to. As you start to get more advanced, think about all of the conversation. As far as structuring your essay, you know, make sure you have a clear thesis. You'll hear that a lot. But the best way to do this is to think about who, once again, you want to think about your reader and making your essay as appealing as possible to your reader. And so you kind of want to give them an idea of what's going on in your essay before they actually commit to reading it. Just like a good article, if you read it, like, people give you a good idea of what's going to happen in the next, you know, 5 pages of this article, so that you can decide if you want to read it or not, right? Because in the first paragraph, a lot of people will decide, hey, you know, this is for me, I want to read this looks interesting, or they'll say, I don't think this is something I'm interested in, I'm going to move on to the next thing, right? And so even in academic writing, like, your teacher has to read it, you know, they have to grade it, but at the same time, you still want to be thinking about those skills and trying to make the essay look as sort of appealing and clear as possible early on. So I like to think of the introduction as almost like a movie trailer, right? You don't want to give away the entire movie, but a good movie trailer should give you a pretty good sense of what the movie is going to be about, right? Like major plot points that are probably going to happen, like the tone of the movie. Is it a comedy? Is it a tragedy? Some of the, like, major actors in the movie, you can think of that as, like, sources for your essay, like some of the major players that are going to be involved. So, you know, just when you're writing your essay, just talk about these are a couple of the major sources I'm going to be dealing with. You know, name drop a couple of things, a couple of books, a couple of sources. Mention your 3 or 4 big points that you're going to make. And just talk about how you're going to deal with that. Like, what's your strategy going to be? And so just make it clear what they can expect from your essay. If you read this, you know, these are the things we're going to talk about, and this is the position that I'm going to take. And then a final thing, first couple of things, be aware of audience on a basic level, like one-to-one, who are you writing to, but then also the discourse community for a little more advanced. Make your introduction something that makes it very clear what your essay is about and why it's interesting. A lot of students, you know, you'll hear this in high school and things where it's like, you gotta hook them, right? You gotta have some like quote at the beginning or something really snappy that's funny, or like a story or whatever. You don't have to do that, and sometimes that can look unprofessional. But what you do have to do is make them want to read your essay and be interested for the right reasons, because your argument's interesting and compelling, right? Not because you had some like funny story or shock value at the beginning. Like, that does get their attention, but it doesn't keep it focused on your core essay. Hold on, I got one more tip after this. I kind of want to do Nautilus with Kha'Zix. That's been all the rage in pro scene, but I might just do Recon here again.
Let's dance.
Jungle Talon. Hold on, let me see if this guy knows what he's doing on Jungle Talon. We could dodge this in theory, and then I could play Yuumi on the PDE or something. Okay, so that dude doesn't play Zed. This Riven guy doesn't play Irelia. This dude doesn't play Talon Jungle. That sounds awful. I think I'm just going to dodge this. Then we can just maybe try to play some Yuumi on the PvE. It's not about being a chicken. It's about not being an idiot. Like, if you were playing poker, you know, would you consider it like someone to be a chicken if they folded a 2-7 offsuit when someone's heavy betting into them? Or would you consider that smart? You know, if a train's coming at you on the railroad, are you a chicken for moving out of the way? Or do you just want to get hit by the train and die and prove that you're not a chicken? You know? No problem, Toronto. So the last thing I was going to mention, though, so we've got previewing in your intro, thinking about your audience. Another thing that goes with that is making the essay easy to read for the audience. So, like, anytime you try to, like, switch what you're talking about, switch paragraphs, because it makes it easier to navigate. Use transitions. Just say, you know, I talked about this. Now I'm going to talk about this. It's all about making it to where someone can read this quickly and efficiently and get the idea of what's going on. Just think about, what do you like to read? Like, what's the most compelling stuff you like to read, right? It's stuff that's well organized, that you can read really quickly, get the gist of it. You don't have to stop and try to figure out what's this term they're using, or you don't want to read like a wall of text where it's not clear, like, when they're separating their ideas. Just think about, like, what's compelling for you to read, and then do that in your own writing to make it easier for your reader to navigate your essay. So discourse community, sourcing in the intro. And then similar to this, if it's a research essay, be sure to introduce your sources and always make it clear when there's a source talking. So this is really simple. You can just say something like, Amy Smith in title of the book, Why We All Watch the Sky, or something like this, claims that blah, blah, blah. And just spend 1 or 2 sentences and just say, like, this is what this book is, or this is what this article is. This is the main plot. If it's someone that may not necessarily have a really high reputation right away, maybe it's like an online source that you have that's not from a major university press, just say why you think it's still a good source. So you might say something like, Amy Smith and Why We All Watch the Sky claims that astronomy is a lost art in today's society for these reasons. You know, she did post this article as an informative YouTube video, but it's still worth considering, even though it's not a traditional academic source, because she has 20 years in the field doing, astronomy, and she worked for, the National Institute of Health or something, the NIH, or whatever, right? So just establish your source, who it is, why it's credible, if you need to do that. And then every time that you're going to mention the source again, just mention her name again or whatever. Just say, she claims this, she thinks this, Amy believes this, or whatever, whenever you're doing paraphrases. And then that way it's always clear when it's her ideas. And then whenever you need to say your ideas, you won't have that. You won't have those signal verbs. You won't have the she says, she thinks, she believes, whatever. It'll just say this and this. And so that way your reader can tell, okay, he's paraphrasing Amy. This is very clear. These are her ideas. Then you've got your, your citations, depending on whichever citation style you're using. So you've got your parenthetical citations in there. And then when you analyze it afterwards, it'll be super clear that it's you, because there's not going to be any of that she says, she thinks stuff there. I don't know if NIH does astronomy. Look, I'm coming up with that off the top of my head. They might. There might be something related to that. I mean, maybe it's not Rembrandt, but like what I'm saying is sometimes doing the smart thing, some people will say it's doing a chicken thing when really it's just smart. Sadie, what do you want? Okay, so we'll see if we can get a game of Yuumi in here. Why PBE? Because I've got a 30-minute lockout on the main client. Because of that second dodge. I'm pretty sure I have a lot. I mean, maybe it's just a 5-minute lockout. I guess I could look to see. Okay, Toos. Hold on. Let me... Yeah, join up then. Let me double check, and I guess I could double check. Maybe I got a 5-minute dodge for some reason, but yeah, those are my 3 main pillars of advice for you. If you're trying to become a better writer, just think carefully of audience, think of the conversation, preview your main points, write like you're writing for a reader, try to make it easy on your reader, explain your terms, have paragraph breaks, Just always make sure that it's abundantly clear what you mean, that there's no ambiguity. And then just introduce your sources and make sure that it's clear when you're citing from your sources. Oh, actually, false alarm too. Sorry, it's just a 5-minute dodge. I thought it was going to be a 30-minute dodge. My bad. Yeah, going back to the main client. I'll get you next time. Sorry to fake you out, man. I thought it was going to be a 30-minute dodge. I'm glad I checked. How long am I going to be on? I don't know. I'll play a couple more games. If we get into a series, I think we're still in range of a series. Yeah, if we win this one. Then I'll play it out. That's another reason to dodge right there, because basically I have a free dodge, because if I lose the game, it's going to take me 2 more games to get in, because I'm going to lose like 20 LP. But if I dodge, I only lose 10, and then it just takes 1 more win to get in. So I kind of had a free dodge there anyways. Sort of. Use signal verbs with paraphrasing. You want to use both of those. Dodge, yes. Dodge has no impact on your MMR, at least as far as I can tell. They don't talk about it very much, but I'm pretty sure it does not. The common wisdom is that it does not. Hey, what's up, Allie? You don't have to necessarily list your points in the intro. Just make it clear what you're talking about and introduce Like, introduce a couple of the major sources that you're going to use if it's a research essay. Okay, well, fair enough, Rembrandt. I don't play Morgana a lot. I would say tips for Morg. I highly recommend, like, in many situations, not rushing Zhonya's. I would get probably Redemption or Ardent Censor first, and then be more conservative with your ults. So just try to peel people with your ults. I mean, if you're the only engage on your team,
doubt is the greatest enemy.
If you're the only engage on your team, I guess you can try it, but I think that a lot of times people overvalue Zhonya's on support Morgana. Like, it's pretty good on mid-Morg, but it costs so much gold as support, and if you get Hourglass, that means you're not getting Redemption, you're not getting Ardent Censor. Because your Black Shield can trigger Ardent Censor. And I would think about getting Font of Life, maybe. If you're going to get Ardent Censor, Font of Life as one of your runes could be good. You could do Guardian Morgana. You know, Ares popular as well. But that's one thing, is I would try to find a way to not rush Hourglass at least. Maybe a second or third item, but I think getting something that's more team-oriented helps out a lot. I've seen people fold with a full house before. It's rare, but if there's a possibility someone has quads, if there's like, you know, 3 aces on the flop or something like that, that could be scary. It doesn't happen very often, but
Let's light it up.
Dinger support, all right. I don't know, they got some weird stuff going on over there. It's possible I should take things like Barrier more often when they have like an Assassin. That's something that I don't do enough, I think. Or Exhaust. Because a lot of times you just can't get close enough for the Ignite, honestly. Hey, thanks, Toronto. I have some older education videos. I might put some up about that kind of stuff and break it up and be shorter with it. Just see how it goes. Yeah, those are like the very first videos that I made on the channel. They're like really old and out of date. I know, I need to make all of my videos in general a bit shorter. Like, I'm never going to be one of those 10-minute video type of guys, but I could be a 30-minute video type of guy instead of an hour-long video. I played a lot of cards back in the day. I never put up, like, serious money, but we'd get together with friends probably at least once a week. I mean, there were some days, like, there were some points in time, I guess, throughout my history with some of my friends where we would play cards, like, 5 nights a week or more. I don't think I need advanced coding. I mean, it'd be really cool. I'd love to learn. But I think just basic video editing stuff. Like, I have... damn, I forgot the name of the software. I have some software on here. I just need to take time to learn it. Yeah, we would just pay for, like, you know,
We can do this.
$5 usually. Everyone just get together, throw in $5. We'd have, like, at least 4 people play in. For some poker, and then we'd play for like 4 hours a night.
30 seconds until
And I played a lot of poker. I did win quite a bit.
Just to never give up.
I had some friends that won some stuff too. They got a lot better over time. What is the actual value of rushing Ardent or Redemption? Well, you have team utility, like you do. I think we've been invaded every single game. They are support oriented. Well, you know, my thing is if you don't want to trust your team and you want to play something that's going to hard carry, like with damage, I would play Zyra or Brand, something like that. I just feel like Lux, kind of by her nature, is going to be more, or not Lux, Morgana should be played more.
The world has seen enough darkness.
More as a supportive type of champion. The thing, like, she just doesn't put out the same kind of damage that someone like Zyra or Brand do, like, right off the bat. Like, hitting that bind is pretty hard in the laning phase.
Stay positive.
And then later on in the game, if you hit the bind, they're probably going to die anyways. I had to go bind. I usually don't start with bind. But I had to get that bind, so we got out of that level 1. Jeez, just back.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
First blood.
Because, like, Hourglass, it gives you nice utility, I guess, but it's not really even that big of a damage item.
Pushing my limits.
Been slain.
I mean, I'm not surprised Malphite lost to Lulu. Malphite doesn't do anything pre-6.
Shine with me.
An enemy has been slain.
I guess he got her back there. I mean, she has a lot of poke, does a lot of damage early. I mean, post 6 is probably going to be a little bit of a different story. He did get a kill back on her, which is good, but...
An ally has been slain.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're concerned about damage, I just wouldn't play Morgana. I mean, if you love playing Morgana... I mean, look at the highest win rate supports in places like Bronze, right? It's going to be Sona. I mean, Zyra and Brand are going to be up there. I mean, I can look after this. I'm actually not entirely sure what it's going to be offhand. Jesus Christ. Hit by literally everything. I mean, I did get hit and die once as well, but this is just like a hard cheese lane. The top lane's losing too, so... Hold on, I gotta focus up for a second. I know you've got a million questions. Just give me a second here, 'cause this is tough. This is getting rough out here. And that's good. I like to encourage questions, but I gotta focus up for a second sometimes too. I mean, I do have a lot of guides on the channel as well. We've probably got like 50 guides. So I can give you some quick answers for stuff, but if you want more in-depth, we have a ton of resources for that too. Thanks, Allie.
I want to see everything.
Double kill.
How to climb a support player. Yeah, that's definitely something you'd want to watch some guides for. I mean, the quick answer is, like, the easiest stuff to do is die less, ward more, pay attention to the minimap, don't take bad fights.
Double kill. Shut down.
Losing is just an opportunity to shine even
I hate having
brighter.
Caitlyn's on my team. She didn't drop a single trap during that whole thing.
Ooh, I've never been here before. If you can smile, you can be the
How are Pyke and Vel getting away with this? Well, they hit, like, first of all, they got all of our sums off a level 1 invade. There's been 0 jungle pressure. And they just spam all of their stuff, and they hit things. I mean, they've hit the Caitlyn like a million times. They've hit me a couple times, too. But they're just really far ahead of us. I mean, I've always said this about Vel'Koz. If he gets a free lane, like, if there's no pressure on Vel'Koz, then he's probably the best support in the game, or one of them, like Vel'Koz or Xerath.
Shut down.
Like, if they get a free lane, if there's never any jungle pressure whatsoever, then they're awesome. But it's like, well, why are they not OP then? It's because usually the jungler comes down and does something about it. Now, Pyke is pretty safe from jungler pressure, but Vel'Koz is just a sitting duck, or he should be. Dude, if he gets outplayed here, I'm gonna be real sad.
Has been slain.
Solo queue.
do this.
Individual games, you know, can be outside of your control, but your overall rank over time is going to be reflective of your skill. Because the enemy team's going to have stuff like that too. You know, there will be some games where I'm Zyra, and we just blow them away bot lane,
Never give up.
and the jungler never touches us, and, like, never comes down here. Just wastes a bunch of time top, and we end up going 5-0 in lane, up 50 CS. Oh my god, for real? It does happen both ways, yeah, but we just never remember the other side, hardly. And you can still win even if your bot lane loses. I've just been dying way too much today. They have to be duoed, I'm pretty sure, right? I don't know. This just strikes me as something. It's just like some goofy duo thing. Oh, I'm dead. I mean, they just get to throw stuff over and over again until they eventually hit things. And they get dragon.
The world has seen enough darkness.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I don't think your rank is biased in your favor. There would be massive inflation. If you're good, it is. If that's what you're talking about. Like, you do control your rank because... So it's not random. If that's what you mean. Yeah, 4 chances. Yeah, exactly. Yep. And that's why it's your skill at the end of the day, is because you're the one constant factor in all of your games. There's a bunch of other random variables.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I don't even know. They already got the dragon. Rank is not against you. There's no grand. The system does not care about you.
Everywhere I go.
You're just another number in the system. Like, there's no grand conspiracy to stop any one person from ranking up. You're just a 4-digit number.
An ally has been slain.
It's like, dude, I know you're getting busted up 1v1 versus Lulu in lane, but, like, we are also getting busted up
Shut down.
in this lane.
Pushing my limits.
An ally has been slain.
Shine with me.
Has been slain. Turret plating will fall soon.
Hey, what's up, Toronto? I don't remember now. Sorry.
Your turret has been destroyed.
It says supports aren't OP, man. They have 3 supports on their team.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Home is where the spark is.
I feel sorry for Rek'Sai this game.
An enemy has been slain.
Into battle with hearts aglow.
Well, this game is extremely unorthodox.
The thing about light is, it never really dies.
Rampage.
I mean, Zed might be able to kill all these clowns. We'll see. I mean, his Vel'Koz is pretty good.
Slain. An enemy unstoppable.
Yeah, I would classify Pyke ADC, Vel'Koz support, and Lulu top as unorthodox. Lulu top's pretty unheard of. I think I've seen it like maybe one other time in the past 500 games that I've played.
I want to see everything. I've never seen this before.
Yeah, if she does get played, it's usually with funnel comps. So she's going to hand off all the CS, and it's like with a Master Yi or a Twitch. I mean, it's not that it's terrible, it's just that it's very unsafe and can get punished. I mean, I'm almost positive these dudes are smurfing. The machine gun Lulu was never really a thing, like in serious ranked play. It was an all caps special. Well, SKT still got to the semis of MSI. They didn't even get to playoffs at Worlds. So that is an upgrade for them over last year. And, you know, it's not Worlds yet. It's just MSI. I like how they've made MSI into something that's pretty cool. By pure luck? I mean, they were a higher rated team than TL, I think. I don't. It doesn't seem like there's much luck in the group stages. You played a lot of games, from what I remember. I'm not super closely following it now. Unfortunately, not. I've had a bunch of other stuff going on. Sadie, stop. I mean, SKT is a good team. Just because you're not, like... Just because you don't win a tournament doesn't mean you're not good. Just, you know, the West has gotten a lot better over the last couple of years. I mean, and Core JJ is a really important part of, like, Team Liquid. And he was, you know, former East going to West. Like, that line is starting to blur more. A lot of top Western teams have, you know, some Korean or Chinese people in it as well. I don't think G2 has anyone. I think those are all Europeans, from what I remember. But not that it matters that much. But it's like, I don't know. NA and EU are doing a lot better at international tournaments lately. Especially EU, but now TL finally got out of semis. Or got out of groups. I think they haven't even ever gotten out of groups at an international tournament. Oh, is that on right now? Looks like it just announced that it's on, or coming on. How many people do we have watching? Maybe I could just... Well, we still have 100. I'll play one more. I'll play one more. We still have like 111. At least we've got to play a bunch of different champs tonight. I think we played 3 or 4 different champions. Well, we played Fiddlesticks twice at the start. Rakan. Lux. That's at least 3. When should you take health? Pretty much never as support. Because that's based on level. Anything that's based on level, you don't want to do it as support most of the time, or it's rare if it's not effective at early levels, because you're going to be the lowest level in the game. Because you're almost always splitting experience with someone in a lane, and you have to roam around to ward and to try to make plays, so...
Is the greatest enemy.
Strongest supports on this patch. I do have a support tier list. But I think I had Lux, Sona, Nami, Nautilus. I think I may have had Lulu on there. But like Rakan and Zyra are both pretty good too if you're good on those champs. Let's do Rakan.
Let's dance.
I do not like to see a Mumu when I'm Rakan. You don't want to see a lot of CC. I might have to take Cleanse if they take another piece of CC. Yeah, we do. Here, let me show you the channel real quick. I think I can recommend a couple of things for you here. Yeah, so we've got tier lists for every patch. So I always do support and AD carry, and sometimes I do some other tier lists as well. We do in-depth patch notes. So we have all of those, and then we have topical guides that you might be interested in, like how to escape each elo in depth. That one would probably be pretty handy. dodging mechanic, controlling objectives, 5 tips for better macro. It's pretty popular. Then we have coaching sessions, so you can see if I coach. So there's like a Morgana support coaching session, for example, there, so you could watch that and see how I, coach another Morgana while she's playing. Then there's another one right there. So there's 2 that are fairly recent. Then we have guides for different champions. I still have several more of those I need to do. Yeah. And then if you want to watch, I don't think I have a Morgana playlist, but for a lot of champions, I have playlists. Oh. Do we want to play this? I think I might actually dodge that if I can. Yeah, I try to focus on, gold and lower stuff as well as, plat and low diamond stuff. That was just looking bad. It looked like we were going to lose every lane. We might have to play it, though. I tried to dodge it 1 second. I'm not sure if it gave it to us. Okay, it gave it to us. We got lucky on that one. Yeah, we were going to get smashed bottom. Like, Draven Nami was going to dominate bottom. Teemo is a troll pick, but he's really good into Darius, who I think is who we had top lane. Yeah, it was just looking rough out there. So I think we'll just dodge it. We'll just call it a night. I know I got started late tonight, so sorry about that. I should be... Tomorrow is the Game of Thrones finale. So I'll be on after that, probably around 10:30 or 11. And then we'll be back on point next week. Monday, starting around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But anyways, hey, thanks, Lev. That's going to be it. Thank y'all very much for tuning in, and we'll be back tomorrow.